Hey, welcome back. We're back in Timberborn today, and today is the day we finally turn this into our first power station. I say first because something else we're going to do is start setting up over here for a second power station. Are we ever going to need that much power? Who knows, but we're going to make it anyway. So the first thing we're going to do is start off over here. We're going to put in a little bit more dirt here because they are going to need just a smidge more. I'm going to come across here, all through here, and I don't need these two. I don't know how they got there. There we go. Out of there we go. And I want to make sure that they can easily get here. So we're going to toss in a couple of these. And that should give them a nice path across here that they don't have to wind through all of this in here. So we'll let them work on that. The next thing that we want to do, we're going to shut off this eventually and change that out today as well. But we got to wait on that till they get a little bit more of this done. I do want to come down here, though. We're going to get these in there. We're going to do this, and we're going to say, let's go ahead and remove all this. This, and we will put in one platform here so they can get to that tree. And once they get rid of this one, we'll put one here so that they can get rid of this tree. And that should take care of some of that. As for what we're doing over here, well, let's get in a couple of dirt blocks here just in case we accidentally release some bad water. We're going to come over here, come down here, and say we would also like this stuff out of there. And we'll let them work on that for now and check back in a minute. Something I do want to do this episode is maybe a little resource balancing. We have got plenty of pine down here, but as you can tell, we're a little overloaded on oak and wood in general. So what we're going to do is change a couple things here. We are going to take out, let's say we take out this area right here for food. And I'm also going to reduce some of the trees in this area. Let's see. First of all, let's say don't plant anymore on these 3 rows here and these 3 rows here. Is that the... Oh, that is the demolition. That won't help us at all. I have thoroughly confused our poor beavers. Which is nothing new, but now at least they have a valid excuse. There we go. They can take care of all of that. On our cut trees side, let's say... You know what? We're going to leave this. We're going to cut all this, so I want that left. So we're actually going to unselect those for now so that they keep going. We're going to leave those in there. We're going to leave those in there. We're also going to say don't replant these trees here after they're done. There we go. We'll get rid of all of those, and we'll turn some of that into food fields as well. Over here in this empty space here, I couldn't think of anything else to really put here. They have plenty of entertainment in this section. They've got storage. They've got their own little shopping area here. So I thought, well, maybe we should make some kind of unique feature for this area. And what I came up with was we're going to go ahead and put in an unusual path here. Maybe something like this that winds around this way, comes down here, and it can come over here and up here. Something like this, maybe over here, down, over here. This can come up here and here. And maybe you're confused as to what in the world I just made. Well, the one thing that I have really neglected on this map that I don't usually neglect is shrubs. So we're going to make a shrub maze for them. It's something that the beavers probably would like. It's very naturey. They can come in here and sit down and relax and have a nice time. We'll put in some decorations for them. Put a nice clock in. How about right there? We'll put a bench in over here. Let's get, how about a light on the corner there? Maybe one over here. We'll get shrubs all around here. There we go. Looks like I forgot a couple platforms here. Oops, I just need single. There we go. And same thing here. There we go. Oh, looks like I'm going to need 2 singles there. Nope, I'm going to need a 2 and then a single. 2 and then a single. There we go. Now we'll just put in some more decorations for him. Let's put in, how about, oh, a bell. I don't think we have a bell yet, so we'll put in 2 bells. We'll put in about a couple of braziers for a little bit more light. We'll put in a large statue here and some shrubs behind it. We're going to need to pause those, though, until the brazier gets built. We'll fill in shrub, 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 and we'll put a shrub here. We'll put 1 bench here. We'll put 1 bench here. There we go. This shrub is going to have to be paused. And more shrubs. All the shrubs. Definitely shrubs around the outside here. We'll put in maybe another bench for him to sit here. Maybe a bench here and here. And then shrubs, shrubs. That looks good. We'll also put in some nice entrances and exits for them. There we go. There we go. You know what? Let's put one in over here. It's not really an entrance or exit to the maze. It's just to the pumping area, but that's okay. It can still go along with what we need here. So we'll put that in and we'll come check back and make sure they can get to all of these. Over here, they've got the last of this dirt in, which is good. So I'm going to start on the other part of the project. We're going to need to take this part out because we're going to need to get into this area. And we're going to need to take this out. There we go. There we go. And now we're going to do some power wheels in here. We're going to start from this side, just so we know they'll fit correctly. There we go. Those can go in there. And that's looking good. I will take a road back behind here. There we go. There we go. They've got the dynamite in already. They're working fast. Go ahead and get rid of that. Let's say storage. Let's get in one there, one there. Add those over, add these over, and we're going to do logs and that one. We're going to do planks and that one. And both of these should be higher priority so they can get those, bring those over. Looks like they've got the path over here. We just need to connect it in. There we go. That's looking good. So we'll come back when they've got a little bit more of this taken care of. I'm thinking it's almost time to start closing up this gap here so we can start saving a little bit more water. This will probably be, well, we're going to use levees for it because I like the way those look for this particular dam. So we're going to do something like this. And I want to make sure that we're not going to flood over here. I don't want to flood this. So let's say for now, that actually might be too high. So we'll do this. We'll take these out. There we go. And we're going to have to build some scaffolding, I think, to get down there to be able to make sure we can build all of these. In fact, why don't we just build them from above here? We'll do something like that. We'll get in a bridge that doesn't use metal to save on resources. Put 2 of those in. 1 of those. 1 of these. And... oops, not that. There we go. Another bridge here. There we go. And the final bridge. There we go. They should be able to build all of that in there and get all of that in there. But I am going to set it at a slightly lower priority because, frankly, I would love to see this, but it's not that important that it gets in. The first of our dirt projects did finish, so we're going to add some more here. We're going to go ahead and take those 2 out, but I would like to go ahead, add in some more landscaping here. We're going to go from right here. We're going to go out at least that much. And we'll get in these right here. I don't think I actually need those 2. But that should help with the height of the gate. We could actually move this up, but we'll come back and redesign that if they get this in before they get this in. Looking through our resources here, and one of the things that we're definitely going to need quite a bit more of is our canola oil. I think we've only got 1 press. That's the only one I could find, and it is trying, but it is not keeping up. So these smelters have been shut down for quite a bit. So I'm going to go ahead and just replace them with 2 oil presses. There we go. And hopefully that will take all this canola seed that we have and really start turning it into a bunch of oil. In fact, while we're here, let's get a small warehouse for both. Yep, and we'll do a small tank that they can use to take their oil too. So we'll say seeds on both of these. Seeds and seeds. There we go. We're going to obtain. And same thing here. We're going to say oil supply. And once they get those in, we should have some extra beavers to help out there. I'm going to change out some of these here. We're going to toss in some bushes. Let's toss in the coffee bush here. There we go. And all of these can be coffee bushes. However, I would like those to not be coffee bushes. And whatever trees are left small in this area, at the end of this drought, we might just go ahead and take them out. They are working their way across here, but same thing. Anything that has not grown to full, we'll probably take out over here. Our terraformers finally finished this over here, so we're going to go back over here and switch up some of what they're doing. Now, the first thing they've got to do is fill in this small hole right here. There we go. And then we're going to come over and say we need builders' huts. There we go. We got 2 there. How about we put 3 in here? We'll put a road to all of this. There we go. We'll say those are a bit more important. And once those are in, we'll switch out some of these terraformers that don't really have anything to do at the moment for builders. And hopefully that will speed up these wheels right here. One of the major reasons I wanted to remove some of this is because I'd like to even this out with this cliff here. Eventually we'll take out all this little stuff here get that all taken care of. Same with this. But for now, we're going to see if we can cut off the edge here just to make it a little more even. It loses us a little bit of land, but we're doing okay with that for the moment. So we're just going to come through and see if we can put some dynamite in here. We'll put in, I think, a 2 there instead. About a 2 here. 1's here. And then we'll just go back up. 2. Oops, that should be a 3. There's a 3, 3, 3, 3, and 3. Now we'll let them put all this in. We'll get all of this down before we start the next one back. The drought is over, and some of these trees grew all the way up, but not all of them. So we're just going to go ahead and, regardless of what their growth rate might be, we're going to go ahead and get rid of them. Just going to get rid of all of that. We can build over it, but that's okay. And we'll start replacing these out with more fields once they've got that all cleared out. Over here, they have our first line of dynamite in, so let's go ahead and take that out. There we go. Kind of strange how they don't detonate the ones that it explodes next to with different heights, but I guess it only is probably set to explode the ones that are on the same height with it. So there we go. Let's go ahead, put some more in. Yeah, that could still use a 3. Let's do 3. There's a 2. There's a 1. A 2. And a 3. There we go. Looks good. We'll keep taking this area down and just see how it goes. Well, look at that. Now that we've got more builders going on over here, these wheels got built really quick, which is good. So what I'm going to do is we're going to start on our second level here. Let's go ahead, take those out. Take this road out. There we go. And we'll even take this out because we're going to do this slightly differently. We want these wheels lined up so they transfer power through them. There we go. All of that. Accidentally place one there. There we go. Delete, fix it, and all right, that looks good. So here, let's see, can we... If we put in 2s that go over this, and we put in a bridge that goes over there, yes, we sure can. So we're going to do that. We're just going to build 2s all the way down here and put bridges over them. So they're still able to get to all of these. And they should be able to build that on their own. Now we just need stairs up. There we go. And now we just go across here. There's that. Oops, I thought I put the bridges in. I guess I didn't. Okay, well, we'll go back in. We'll put in the single piece bridges. We always like more bridges, right? We'll have some larger bridges here in a while, but for now, sometimes quantity is as good as quality. So we'll just put in a whole bunch. Here we go. 1 and 1 more. There we go. And they should be able to build down there. We'll let them work on that for a while. They've started to get some of this stuff out of there. So we'll go ahead, put down a couple more farmhouses here. We'll put one here. And we'll put one... let's say... I'd really like to put one here, so we'll just wait on that second one. Actually, if I put it here, I can cover more area, so we'll do that. Let's go ahead and get this path out of here. I just put it in there to remove a couple of trees. We're going to put in coffee bush, there we go. And now we can go back in and put in some crops that we're missing. Let's get a whole bunch more corn. And we'll get some more eggplants over here. And I might even put in, let's see, what else are we missing? Do we need eggplants, corn, and as always, cassavas? We have this huge field of cassavas and we still can't keep up on them. Well, that's okay. We'll put in just a little bit more on the cassavas. And hopefully that helps out. Got this whole row in here, and I set some of them to detonate, so let's see this. There we go. Still satisfying after all this time. But we'll keep working our way down on these. Those go there. We've still got more than 3 here, so that can go. It looks like we've got a 2, a 1, and over here we've got a 1, 2, 3. You'd think I was about to start a song or something, but no, we're just placing dynamite. Anyway, we will come back and check on that here in just a second. Never underestimate the ingenuity of beavers. They didn't need all of this. They're just going to walk around and build it from this side. So we can take out all of this nice scaffolding that we had. We had those plans for nice bridges, going to give them something to look at, but no, they don't want it. They just want the power wheels. So we're going to get rid of all of that. Yep. We're going to get rid of all of this. Yep, we're going to get rid of that. Move our way down here. There we go. Maybe this will... Oops. Maybe we'll be able to do some of this on some of those other layers. If not, then we'll have a plan for that too. I started back up the terraforming station because I'm going to go ahead and start enclosing this portion of it. Maybe not finish off this right here yet, but at least I'm hoping to get some of this raised up so that when we do need to finally finish this off, it won't take too long. So we're going to go ahead and take out all of this here. And we're going to take out this. First thing we're going to do is come back and put in these here. And we can also, well, take out this road. There we go. And we'll say these blocks can all be built up as well. I want to be one underneath that, so we'll just leave it that high for now. There we go. Once this is built up, I can take those out and build that in there. We can go ahead and say to build these up, but we won't be able to get them until we're pretty much ready to go on that. Also, once this is up, I can move the ladder to the other side, and then we can build in here what we need. But we'll go ahead and mark out that we're going to build this up as well. This up, and this up. And we'll just leave it at that for now. Now that this stays green for a lot longer because of those small watering pits that we have, we're going to cancel planting the pines, and we'll come back as they get removed and replace them with oaks so that we can have just a bit more lumber over here, just in case we need it. Well, they've got this in, so we can go ahead, take this out of there. There we go. Let's put in terrain blocks here. This is going to go all the way up to there. In fact, here, it won't really hurt us if we do that. In fact, as long as I don't turn this on, we could actually go to the height we need, couldn't it? Yep, let's just go ahead and do that. That goes through there. We're going to leave those two open. And then here, we come up one more to make that nice and even. Let's get our stairs in. There we go. So they can work on that. Once this is done, in fact, we'll say that is slightly more important. Let's go underneath there. There we go. Once that is all done, we'll redo this section as well. They got this row taken care of, so it's time to move on to the next one. Let's go ahead and see if we can get some of these out of here. All of this has to go. Yep. All of this can go. And we'll toss those power wheels in here. There we go. Water wheel. I guess they're water wheels, not power wheels, but they're wheels that produce power. So hopefully they can get to all of those. I think I have to redo this step for the next row, but we'll wait to do that after they get these in. They've got a road up here taken care of. Everything is looking good there. Do I have... Oh, there's the roads. Okay. They'll get those in. Now what I need over here is to remove all of this. Hopefully while no beavers are on there. There we go. And we will once again start filling this with dirt. There we go. However, here, I'm going to do something slightly different. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a dam in here, kind of a pressure release, so this never floods. The water coming down the cliff should fill all of this up before it starts moving over, so we shouldn't lose any pressure here, really. And any pressure that we would lose would be just pressure that would cause this to overflow. So we're just going to do this, and then we won't ever have to worry about the water backing up and causing problems for us. Third row is in. We're moving along pretty well. However, I believe we're going to have to knock down some of this. Let's see. Let's put in a dynamite here. We'll say that's very important. And we might have to knock it down. Looks like 2 here so that we can put our wheel in. And then we have to figure out how we're going to get over to all of these. We'll see if they can build them from this side and just throw the stuff down. In fact, let's plan for that, and if they can't, we'll come back. If they can, then we will just let that be. Here's that. Let's toss in all these large power wheels. There we go. We'll let that go and come back and check on them again. So they've got quite a bit of this in. We'll go ahead and toss back in the platforms. In fact, we'll toss platforms all along here. And we'll say water. We need the bad water pump here. Here. We'll put a third one here. Make sure they're all connected in. In fact, we could just move this path over one. There we go. And get rid of a lot of this. Once those are in, we'll move all of that as well. Eventually, we'll put some bad water storage up here and maybe a spiral staircase down to over here. There's the 4 bottom rows in, so we can go ahead and first of all move up to the top row here. Let's get all of these out of here. Yep. And we'll get all of this out of here. Yep, here we go. There's our power. And here, we're going to align it with these. Let's see, I don't need to be here anymore, so we'll just take that out of there. And that too. There we go. We've got everything out of there. We'll get these in. There you go. And down here, I want to start replacing some of this road with our power connections. What we're going to do there is, let's put in, first of all, let's put in power. I'm just going to do a 4-way there, We'll connect them in here. And I would like to build a road over the top of those. Go that way. And eventually it will come out and go this way. There we go. So we will check back in just as soon as they've got some more of that done. It looks like the last of our dynamite is done here. So let's go ahead and take off this last bit of this edge. There we go, right even through this waterfall here. So now this is even with everything else. And eventually we'll clean all of this up too. I'm not sure when, but eventually. And looks like we might end up a little short on lumber. I think I overestimated or underestimated the amount of lumber some of these projects are going to take today. However, we don't need pine resin at the moment. So we're just going to go ahead, take out all of these trees here. That should give us a little bit of a boost, and they can replant them just however they see fit. I went ahead and put in another water hole here so that we can use this ground temporarily to make another forester, because we are running low on trees. So we're going to go ahead and take that out of there. And we're going to say trees. I'm going to put in one line of birch, just so we know we always have trees. One line of pine. And again, after that, all oak. There we go. We will even put in a couple foresters. We'll say this is the most important so they can get those in. Don't know how many of those are going to work, but we're definitely going to be out of trees very soon. And that, in fact, very soon is right now. So we'll have to keep an eye and see what we can do to keep the lights on. They're still working their way through getting all these water wheels in here. However, we're having now a bit of a problem with trees. Before we had too many trees, now we don't have enough trees. So they're working where they can to get them brought in for us, but we definitely need more space for trees. We went ahead and took out all of our pine trees, and I've turned off some of the industry that we're not really going to need at the moment. We'll keep an eye on our stock here. But what that lets us do is turn down the engines just a little bit, so we're not using quite as many trees either. Hopefully some of this starts to grow back. If they could empty these two here out, we could clear this out and start on that. However, what I am going to do is I've got a bunch of dynamite here that we are going to go ahead and clear this out, and we'll try and make another tree place out of this whole area right here. I'm also going to take this canal, and we're just going to go straight across here and then fill in most of this here. So that it's one straight canal into this that comes out here, and we'll have this as a usable area. So to do that, let's take some dynamite, and we will just make this as low as possible, and it'll have to come out here. So what we'll do here is say, once these trees are cut down, don't replant those. And then here, let's see, do I want to come down one? I do kind of want to come down one, so we'll just fill this up with dynamite as well. Actually, I could go up one there, couldn't I? Well, let's go down, and we'll see how that works for us. If we have to figure out some other way to route this river, we'll come back and do that. Let's You know what? Until we get the dynamite in there, I don't want to fill any of this river in either. So we'll come back to all of that just as we get stuff done. Well, we are still managed to bring in some logs, and we've got the next row of wheels in. So let's go ahead and take out this row. There we go. This one beaver is going to be very confused. There he went. Okay, so let's get rid of you. And once again, we're going to put in power wheels here. There we go. And I don't want that one there. I want this one right there. They can work on those. It looks like they've got a good portion of the path on top here done, which is good. Let's go ahead and keep going around the edge here on this. There's this. If I get rid of... Let's get rid of this path first. Do they still have a path around here? Yes, they can go up and around. So we can go ahead and get rid of most of this underneath then. Let's go ahead and just see if we can... There we go. Move that out of the way. Grab the path. I don't want those. Okay, well, we'll do this one at a time if we have to. And come through here. And once we change that out, we will bring the power along this way, hopefully. There we go. Only missed a couple of times. We'll put this back in there. Those can go back in here. These can go back in there. These can go back in there. Let's make sure that we can go up here. Can I put a 2 on top of this? Yep, I sure can. And then we can keep going here. Get rid of all of this. And let's go ahead, put the power underneath. Oh, let's put this in first. There we go. We'll put the power in underneath. Once we scroll down far enough, there we go. Power. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 of those. One of them already in. We'll connect them all up. There we go. Put this on the edge. And then connect this in as well. Return to this. Tell them put in some stairs here. And we'll finish that up when they get more of the path in there. This large field over here is done. There's a little bit of green in there, so we can go ahead and plant some trees. Let's just do a bunch of oak. There we go. Oak and oak. And we'll even say, let's put in a lumberjack flag right there. Make sure they're set to cut. There's already a couple of birch that are ready to cut, so we'll get somebody over here. And then we'll just let them plant for now. I'm going to go ahead and cut this off so that we're sure that the water, when it comes back, goes this way. How's this going? It's got 52, so actually we have to take these out of there. Let's go ahead and do that. And then we'll come back, get rid of this with dynamite. And then I want to take this path here and connect it in directly to here. We can fill in the rest of this. I think temporarily we're going to have to put in something here to keep these hydrated. So normally I'd use dynamite, but since this is up here, we might as well use it. Let's say we'll do something like this. There we go. And we'll put in our fluid dump here. We'll tell them that's very important so that we don't lose any of these trees. More of the dynamite is in over here. There we go. That looks good. We'll detonate you out. We'll go ahead, put back in the bridge. And we'll put back in the path there. Now let's see what we need to put in here. Got these. Actually need to remove both of those. There we go. Out they go. Yep. And now let's see. There's that. Where is... Comes down here. This goes over here. Oh, I don't want to take those out. I actually want to... We'll do 2s on this. We'll do 3s on this. And we'll say that that is high importance. I better get these out of the way while I can. And we'll let them work on some of that, see where it goes. Well, I was sitting here playing and I noticed it wasn't getting dark. So I went to check and it looks like I accidentally left a couple of mods on from when I was playing on stream. I don't think I used any, so sorry if that ruins everybody's experience for that 10 or 15 minutes there that I was using them, but I have turned them back off, so sorry about that. It hopefully does that. They've just updated everything, and the mods are... Some are working, some are not working, and... Well, sometimes the game crashed, sometimes it didn't. I thought I had them all off, but... As I said, I don't think I actually used any of them other than the always daytime mod, so I accidentally put my beavers in the Arctic Circle, I guess, for 24-hour daylight for a short amount of time. But let's not do that again. We're going to keep this colony completely free of mods while we can. Can we not get to that? Of course we can't get to that. So we're just going to go in here, do this. I'm going to go ahead and get in the dynamite. And we'll just let that be for now. Now that that's connected, I can actually come back over here and fill in this whole strange area, I guess you could call it. Also, if we can get these items in, we can get rid of all of these trees over here, and that would sure be helpful as well. With the update, we did get a new animation. Oh, where'd he go? There he goes. For the beavers cutting down the trees. So now we actually get to see them gnawing on the trees, which is a little better than rubbing their hands right next to the tree. So looks a little bit better, along with a couple of other changes they made, but it turned out pretty nice. Most of this is in. I'm going to go ahead and straighten out this canal here just a bit. And we're also going to take out... There we go. We'll put this in here, fill this in. There we go. And then I'd like a set of stairs here. There we go. And they can put this road all the way back. We've got a little bit more green space for us. Another row in, and I think it's time to go ahead and remove the next part. Let's go ahead and remove that. Yep. We'll remove all of this here. Here we go. That's out of there. These are out of there. And let's get our power in. So we'll put all of these right in front here. There we go. And this goes out and around. It'll have to come up to here. We'll get that in here. Let's get these in there. And we'll go ahead and put the path in here for now. And we'll let them get on with making the rest of that. I'm looking at this, and I am thinking that I put a properly placed dam in here. Maybe a levee and a dam. We might be able to hold a little bit of extra water through here. And I could probably do the same thing here. Let's see. I know I just took this out, but we're going to do this and then put a dam in there. And and I don't know if they can get to that or not. We'll find out. All of the water wheels are in, so we just need one more small part to really get this up and ready to go. We're going to take our landscaping here, and we're going to come up one on this one. This one, we're going to go all the way up to where it matches the rest of this. Here we go. Like that. Yep, just like that. And then here, we're going to get rid of these. Yep. And we are going to put in all the landscaping here. Like that. We'll make sure there's a road on top of those. They'll get those taken care of. And then once that's done, we will turn on the backwater discharge, add water discharge. It's all the same thing. And we'll see how it works. And there we go. They finally got the last piece of this in here. So we're going to go ahead and open up the bad water discharge. Now it's going to fill up here and come out this way, and it should go down this way. Let's make sure this is all the way up. It is. We're going to get some corruption here, but it's not going to make it to anything important. And it'll start coming down this way and go through all of these. It's going to take a second, though, so we'll check back on it once it's done here in just a second. And there we go. No leaks. Everything is working. The bad water is exiting the map. We have got a nice waterfall here. And we are generating... Let's guess. Put your guess down in the comments before we click on it. How much are we generating now? Well, we're at 25.5, and we're fluctuating around there, so I'm going to guess it's going to be about 24, 25, depending on everything. But that should hopefully go up and down depending on how much bad water is coming out of here. Now, what do I mean by how much? Well, if you remember, there's a water source here. And putting in this right here lets us use this water source. Otherwise, I probably would have had to destroy it because it's going to put out bad water sometimes. And with an inconsistent amount, if we didn't put this dam in here, it would overflow whenever it was trying to get rid of bad water here. So right now we're looking at about 20. I'm sure it'll go back up. It's still trying to settle into its own place, but it'll figure it all out eventually. But I think that's going to do it for this time. We're going to figure out what to do with all of this power. Plus, if you didn't notice, this is all clear now. So we're going to do something similar with this. However, there's a little less room, so we might not go the second one. We might only do the 4 and off the map. But we'll probably come up and around and go back through and out the map over here to make even more power. And here, we're going to route the power probably across over to there, and we're probably going to use it down here at some point as well. But that's going to be in the next one. So, as always, just wanted to say thank you very much for stopping by. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe, and I hope to see you next time. Bye.